Hey everybody, welcome back to B-Dubs Disc Golf. How you doing? I hope you're doing great. I've decided to play around at Patriot Disc Golf Course here in Kernersville, North Carolina. Missed you last week. Sorry, it's been a minute. Been kind of busy, but I'm back, and hopefully you didn't miss me too much. I have to look at my last video. I think I might look a little different to you. I look a little different to myself as I record this, but I'm going to try to play a decent round here at Patriot. My goal, I decided to set a goal for 2 under, see what we can do about that. And I'm going to practice putting a little bit today. I'm going to see if I can't get a little putting stroke going well. I need to practice putting more, just because I feel like my putting is not as good as it can be, or it's not as consistent as it can be. So I'm going to see if we can't fix that. But let's see how we shoot today. Patriot Disc Golf is actually one of my favorite courses. I think if you want a course that you can let the disc fly a little bit, come out to Patriot here in Kernersville. I like a lot of the courses, a lot of my local courses, but sometimes I'll play courses in which your average distance is about 200, 250 feet, which basically means you're either throwing a putter or mid-range, and you're not getting that sort of awesome feeling of just watching a disc fly for a good amount. The downside to it is that it can be more challenging to throw a disc far and accurate, at least for me. And so that's my score on Patriot is not always the best. But today we're gonna shoot for 2 under. So we're at basket number 1, par 3, 210 feet. We're gonna do 2 off the top, and we're gonna start off with the PA2. Straight at it. Got a lot of growth on the left side, so not as much room as normal, but we'll stick with the PA2. Little yank for the beginning day. If I'm going to yank it, might as well go with my distortion, just purposely go that way, and see if we can't hyzer towards the basket. A little short, but it's a good day for practice putting. We're significantly shorter than I would like to be, but this is a putt that I would love to be in the 80% range. Oh, too high. Felt it right out of the hand, it was too high. So I was trying to think about what I wanted to talk about today. I don't know what I want to talk about today. I just feel like I haven't did a video in a very long time, so I really want to do a video. So this is what's happening. So this might just sort of be a standard, hey, let's watch Brett play a round of disc golf. The only thing I could mention, which is a little bit of an old and tired subject, is last weekend I played in a tournament, played god awful, trying to figure out, I got to figure out my tournament yips. I do not know what to do about it. Round 2 rounds, round 1 +7, which was just insane. The good news is round 2, I was -1, but still, it's just like, what is going on there? I got to figure that out. So here we are at number 2, basket number 2, par 3, 228 feet. I like to go with my PA5. I aim for that big tree, dead center, straight ahead, and hope I get the turnover towards the basket. Great aim. I didn't get the turnover that I wanted. Don't you love it when you say, I'll aim for that tree, there's no way I'm going to hit it. Good up. The shot that you just saw may be my most comfortable shot that I have, and that's taking an overstable disc, put an angle on it, having it float in towards the destination, which is, in this case, was the basket. I love that shot. This is basket number 3 here at Patriot, and it is 312 feet. Playing the shorts today. I don't know, matter of fact, I've never played the longs at Patriot. So one of these days I'll have to give the longs a shot. But I used to think that 3 at Patriot was impossible to birdie. And I used to always just throw it to the right, land somewhere in the field to the right, get it to the basket, and get hopefully an easy par. I am now convinced that this is a birdieable basket, and it is because of this disc right here, this Cicada by Discraft. I love this disc. It's one of my favorite discs in my bag now. And basically what I need to do is to kind of hug the bush line on the left, not too much, but this disc will go straight and then nice little fade to the left at the end. And if you do it correctly, and if I aim, I've got a lot of pathways, I've got a lot of gaps to hit to get towards the basket for birdie. I've done it twice now. I've never done it on video, so let's see if we can do it on video. I think that should be really good. Got a good look, circle 1. Woo! And that's how you birdie 3 on Patriot. So I was mentioning it. So got this is a first run Cicada. It's just a wonderful disc. The flight numbers, it's a 7.6 glide, and it's a -1.1. So it flies pretty straight. Check out the profile on this bad boy. You can see it there. Really nice. Flies straight for a good amount of time, and at the end finishes left. And that's pretty much exactly what it did on that throw. And it gave me a birdie on a basket that before this disc, I would have said, I'm never birdieing this. I'm never birdieing 3. And so now, if I didn't screw up number 1, if I didn't screw up number 2, now there's a real chance I could be 3 under after 3, but I'm not. I'm 1 under after 3, which is fine. And also, if you remember correctly, it was over a 300-foot flight. It's a little bit, it's downhill, but still a 300 flight with the Cicada. Awesome. So go out there and get yourself a Cicada. A number of people, actually 3 groups, go by. So I've been kind of sitting, chilling, hanging out, but got a chance to talk with each one of them as they pass by. And you know, it's just one of the things I love about the sport is just having the opportunity to meet other folks. Now, I'm actually, interestingly enough, I'm actually a pretty strong introvert. Talking to strangers actually brings my energy down. But it's crazy enough, I love meeting disc golfers. I love people coming by and say hi. And if you're new to disc golf, just come out and play. It's just fun. It's a great opportunity to be outside, get to chuck some plastic, and it's just a good time. And the couple that was just behind me, you know, they're not good, but they're just having a good time. They're throwing the disc and just smiles all around. And so I think that's what it's all about. So if you're ever teaching someone to play disc golf, focus on the fun. Don't focus. There's a lot of things that they can learn, but let them learn it on their own and let them get hooked on their own, and they'll love it. I guarantee it, almost guarantee it. So if you haven't done so, like and subscribe. One of the people that walked by subscribe to the channel, so thank you, appreciate you. And like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy the content. So we are at basket number 4. It is a par 3, 327 feet, and I'm going to go with my FX4. Actually, I'm going to wait until the couple is done and out of the way, just in case I happen to get there. Don't want to scare them with my disc. A little short, but I'll take it. One of the things that I find about basket 4 here at Patriot is you want to miss left. One of my misses is if I get a disc that turns over and ends up right, even if it's right short, or man, if it's right long, it's even the worse. It just gets into the trees and the bushes, and you're just in jail. So being short left, not that big of a deal. Circle 2 putt. Let's see if we can make one. Ah, good bid though. So this is basket number 5, par 3. Actually a pretty short one, 243 feet. The basket is pretty much straight ahead. I have no idea why I don't just throw a disc straight at it. I don't. I like the hyzer route. I will go way over to the right around the trees, and I'll go with my stable 9-speed fairway driver FX3. Didn't go out far enough, so went into the trees and almost went underneath it, but it is what it is. Now that I think about it, it's actually pretty ridiculous that I go that route. Really, there's so much space. There's nothing in between me and the basket. I should just throw straight at it, but I have had high percentage making this basket with the hyzer. So, and the hyzer is an easier throw than a straight throw in disc golf, which is it's crazy. If you're a beginner, you're like, that's insane. And if you are a seasoned disc golfer, you know what I'm talking about. One of the things that I don't have in my arsenal is putting from a knee. So I'm gonna putt low like this if I can. See, that's why you putt from the knee. Basket number 6, par 3, 300 feet. Basically go down this hill to the left and have your disc move right towards the basket. The basket's in the trees to the right. I'm actually going to try to flick the Cicada. It's actually not the disc that I normally flick on this basket, but let's see how the Cicada does. I might be a little short, but I think it's okay. Sadly, I might be in the worst place possible. And I got to use my favorite shot in disc golf. Taking my distortion and doing a forehand flex upshot has gotten me out of so much trouble. This is basket number 7, par 3. It's a short 165 feet. This is a must get birdie, which is sadly why I often don't get it. A little bit of a skip, but I think it'll be okay. I mentioned in my last tournament, first round I just played horrible. +7 on a course that there's no business in being +7. And I was just trying to figure out sort of what is the difference between Brett and B-dubs. And one of the things that I noticed after that first round, and I paid attention, my heart was pounding. And even though I was chatting, talking with a wonderful card, everyone was super fun, super relaxed, having a good time, underneath my heart was pounding. And then in round 2, I shot a 1 under, full 8-stroke difference between round 1 and round 2. My heartbeat was not pounding in round 2. And so when I do these videos, my heart rate is fine, it's low, it's like resting. So one of the things I want to sort of work on is how do I get that resting heart rate during my tournament rounds so I can play like B-dubs as opposed to Brett. All right, basket number 8, 213 feet, pretty simple, straight shot. I'm gonna go with my axolotl and see if we can't hit this gap. Super low, too low. I was actually looking down. And the thing is, there's no such thing as a perfect round. But when you have a round that is so far below what you know you can do, that's where I get frustrated. So once again, there is nothing between me and the basket. I should go straight at it. It's even downhill, probably easily use a putter, but it's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my 9-speed FX3 to the right, around the trees, hyzer in towards the basket. 6% of the time, works every time.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
All right, basket number 9, 264 feet. See? The wind has picked up, but we got a group in front of me, so might have to wait a little bit. But I thought I introduced the basket. We are basket number 10, 243 feet. I like to go with my distortion. I'm actually going to throw it pretty much straight, not straight ahead, a little bit to the right. Have it hyzer to the left and towards the basket, and we'll see if that works today. Basket number 11, 339 feet. It is a par 3. We got to go downhill into a little bit of gully. I'm going to aim for the right tree. Hopefully, hyzers in towards the basket. Cicada. Missed my line, but I will take it. So that was an under-committed shot. Part of the reason why I missed my line to the left is because I did not do a full throw, under-committed, well, fluffed it. And that is a telltale sign, having it go to the left, early release. I did not commit. You gotta commit, gotta commit. Although I like to get this birdie, this is not on my must-get birdie list. Oh, way left, way right. Way right. I see myself in the camera and I feel like I'm looking at a stranger. It's pretty wild. So the question is, do I miss my beard? I think I might. All right, basket number 12. We are entering into what I like to affectionately call the gauntlet. My goal is to get through 12, 13, and 14 even. Worst case scenario, +1. But my goal is even 12, 13, 14. In my opinion, these are the 3 hardest baskets on the course. So I have got to get through this gap, convince my disc to go right, and if I can get it out there far enough, I might have a look for birdie. And so it is F7 time. Did I say the distance? It is 300 feet. 300 feet. Keep turning. Stalled on me. So depending if it's in the woods or maybe it fell down on the edge of the woods, I'll be all right. In my opinion, the F7 is the greatest understable fairway driver. And if you don't agree with me, fight me. Now, the downside to the F7 though is if you don't get enough pop on it, if you don't get that spin, it will stall on you. But it is a crazy understable disc, and I think it is fantastic for beginners. So if you are thinking about starting disc golf and you've never thrown a disc before, go out and get yourself an F7. Distance-wise, I actually don't hate where I'm at. Obviously, I'm in the woods, so that's difficult. I just wish it would have kept turning. Nice little layup for par. So this is basket 13. I'm actually a big fan of the poke and hope. So I'll throw it out to the right, have it hyzer in through the trees, hopefully, and towards the basket. It was designed to hit that gap on the left. And what that means is either you need to get a straight forehand and then have it turn once it gets past the gap towards the basket, or if you have a late right turning disc. I do not have confidence in either one of those shots for myself if I want to have any chance for birdie. So I'm a big fan of the hyzer, right, poke and hope. So this is basket 13, 288 feet, FX3. It did not get through. Here's why I like the poke and hope. Number one, there's actually enough gaps among these trees that there's actually a chance, a real chance, that disc is going to hyzer and get through. Two, my disc did not make it through. It's on the outside of the trees, but because there's enough gaps, I can get my putter through towards the basket for an easy par. Basket 14, par 3, 297 feet. You've got to get through this gap, and the fairway gently moves to the right towards the basket. Personally, I think the turn right is too gentle for a forehand. I think basket 14 was designed for the F7. The mistakes that you can make is going too far right, and so then you're early, and it's almost a guaranteed bogey. If you make a mistake going to the left, not the end of the world. I think you can still make a par from the left. Also, since I'm going with something that I want to turn right, aiming to the left is what I'll be going for. That might be, I didn't get it to the left far enough. So I have a feeling I might be in the bushes, trees to the right. As I feared, I'm in the thick of it. So I'm gonna try a patent pending. Nope. I made it out of the nastiness, but not far enough to get a good look at par. But I still have a circle two for par. It's all right. It did not make it out of the gauntlet even, but +1 is nothing to be ashamed of. Basket 15, 297 feet uphill. Basket's just right there. I'm gonna go with my D4 and see if I can't. Yeah, D4 should be just fine. We'll see. Get in. So a couple things to note. When you're throwing uphill, the distance is a little bit longer than whatever the sign says. Also, when you're throwing uphill, you're gonna put a little bit more hyzer than you're probably expecting to. So try to throw something with a little less stability. So that's why I chose my D4. The reason why I paused my D4 is because sometimes I overturn the D4 and I end up far right of the basket and right of those big spruce trees. But I thought about that and I said, nope, just put a little bit of hyzer on it and it'll be all right. Basket 16, 354 feet. Cannot see the basket from here, which is why I put the camera where I put it. I need something to go straight and will turn right towards the basket. For that, I go with my Kiddyzilla H7. This is basically a faster version of the F7, but it's another disc that I really, really love and has been in my disc for a very long time. On the signs, it says it's a par 4, but I actually know better. If you use U-disc, it's really a par 3. So we can put in your comments if you're familiar with this course. Should basket 16 be a par 4 like the sign says, or should it be a par 3 like in U-Disc? We have some wind, and so I'm a little concerned about what that's going to do to my disc, but we're going to stick with the game plan. H7 time. I don't hate that throw, I just missed my line, threw it that direction when I really wanted to throw it that direction, but it's okay. That was not my best throw, but still have a deep circle 2 look for birdie. Nope, missed. Basket number 17, par 3, 273 feet, FX4. Might be a little short. So unfortunately, I'm a little short. And I have bushes in front of me, and I cannot do the splits to get out far enough. So let's see what we can do here. Nope. I do not feel comfortable as a straddle putter. I prefer the staggered step. Put down in the comment. Are you a straddle putter or are you a stagger putter? Also put it down in the comments. Are you a spin putter or a push putter? Basket 18, 357 feet. I do believe that both on the sign and in U-Disc, this is written down as a par 4. Basically, you got to get it down that gap and have the disc fade to the left towards the basket. You can get there in 1. It is always my goal to get there in 1. I find that my mistakes is I push it too straight, either hit a tree or I push it too straight and it goes way out into the woods, or I early release and I hit a tree on the left side, and then that makes it all the more challenging. So I'm going to go with my hex, my axolotl. Also, I'm throwing downhill, so when you throw downhill, you want something with a little bit of stability just to prevent it from turning over on you. Kind of the opposite of throwing uphill. When you throw uphill, you want something with less stability. Also, I forgot to mention, OB on the left, it's actually marked with white stakes. See, that one was pushing, almost going too far straight. And so I haven't figured out the perfect throw to get eagle on this basket, because I need something that's going to turn late enough so that it has a chance to get towards the basket. But if it's too late, it'll hit the trees at the end. And if it's too early, it'll hyzer out. And anyway, I haven't figured it out yet, but hex is close. So I loved my throw, thoroughly loved it. But because it hit this tree, it landed short. I'm in well deep in circle 2. But still, I loved my throw. I really did. It's all right. So that's it. I'm not really sure what my score is, so I'm pretty close to 2 under. So I'll put in a happy sound after I do some editing and to see if I actually made it. But I really liked Patriot here in Triad Park, and there's a party going on. I don't know if you can hear it, but please, if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you see me out there on the course, don't forget to say, hey, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you're doing well. And my work is actually going to be a little bit less crazy after May 10th. So I'm excited about that. So I'm hoping to get maybe even more videos out. And it's been pretty rare that I've missed a week, but every so often because of work, I just don't have time to do the editing or get stuff done. So, but anyway, have a good one. Like and subscribe. And subscribers, you are awesome. And oh, also, my plan is to do a couple videos with my disc and my disc collection and do another disc giveaway soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, see ya.